What is up, everybody? Spot of Nerd here with day 22. I almost lost the number there for a minute, but 22 days live on this channel. Never done before. 10 years I've been doing this thing. Trying to get my thoughts together. It's been one of those days, but I was going to do a gaming day. Figured I would just bust it. It's my day off. Figured I'd just bust out some of the games, play some stuff, do some live. Maybe somebody joins, play some Mario, whatever it might be. But interestingly enough, it turned out to be trailer day. And if you're not familiar with what trailer day is, it just means it's one of those days in the fan world or fandom world, I guess, if you want to call it, where we basically got a new whole new set of trailers for movies coming out, shows coming out, and one in particular that was kind of making the rounds, say even just as much as early as last San Diego Comic-Con. They were going to be making a He-Man Masters of the Universe live action movie. Everybody was, I'd say, skeptical, because again, every time you take an 80s classic, you adapt it into a live action film, it's definitely going to be a lot more miss than it is hits, or whatever that fucking metaphor is. And holy shit, folks, have they completely missed on this one. And I'm going to play you guys the trailer just so we can kind of compare notes and quote unquote react to it, as they say. But yeah, I'm pretty confident, and I am not going to shy away from the fact that what they have put in this trailer is not necessary at all. And it only speaks to the fact that when this movie does eventually release, Masters of the Universe 2026 in June, it is going to flop, guaranteed. So yeah, let's take you down real quick down the road of history in relation to trying to modernize He-Man. And I don't know if you guys remember way back when Kevin Smith, he actually there was like a Netflix deal with him and Kevin Smith to bring out a He-Man Masters of the Universe cartoon series. It was a complete bait and switch. If you're not familiar with the story, let's see, I actually have it here. I'm going to pull up just an article from it. Of course, blasting those that opposed it, because again, if you are not familiar with this, basically what happened is, spoiler if you give two shits, they actually decided to kill off He-Man in a matter of 30 minutes of the first episode and devoted the entire series to the female lead. Now, let's be very clear, and obviously to cover our basis, there is no problem with the fact that you are having a female lead in a cartoon series. But here's the problem. When you actually make a show devoted to He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, the fandom, which was, gosh, the easily the entire 80s generation of men and women, but let's be honest, it's probably more of a boys show. They were expecting to see He-Man. You kill them off, Kevin, in a matter of 30 minutes, and you wonder why nobody watched it. And obviously, it instantly got destroyed. It instantly was canceled because it was a complete bait and switch. Even the trailer, maybe we'll show it another time, but literally I remember this a couple years ago when they actually released the trailer for this cartoon that you're seeing on the screen. And everybody was pumped because, again, it was a new age. It was Master of the Universe reborn. It was, 2000s where we got to see some really cool animation. Lo and behold, they kill the motherfucker off, and the female lead takes over. So as you can imagine, that was prime rib metaphoric ideology politics agenda time, where everything in that realm was taking over. I'm sure we could go down many paths on that, but you can imagine again. But it's true, the power that you and I have, literally you and I doing this right now, of what we can do to make sure that this stuff stops. And ultimately, moving on to the trailer now for this new live action movie, Master of the Universe, you're gonna see why this movie is going to bomb literally within the first day, if not first week of its release. Because quite frankly, enough is enough. And I want to be, one more time, I want to be very clear. I said it in the description of this video, and I'll play this video. I do not care what you decide to call yourself, as long as you are a respectable human, you aren't doing anything illegal, you're just minding your own business, blah, 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 blah. But I would love it, and I'm being very sincere here. I would love it if somebody could please explain to me why it is necessary here, and you're going to see it in a moment when we watch this trailer. Please explain to me why it is necessary for a show that was every kid in the 80s grew up with, as far as a cartoon series, as a fictional, you know, in this sorceress realm with Skeletor and fucking He-Man. Why do you need the politics, the agendas, and the ideologies? Please explain it to me, because I, at this point, don't understand. But one thing is for sure, I'm done keeping quiet about it. Because let's be honest, and one of the biggest questions that I will always receive, specifically where I am currently, well, why does it matter? Well, it matters a lot because a lot of us have a love and passion for these characters, for these stories, for these fandoms, and there's no need for it. There's no need to modern, quote unquote, bring a modern take to it. And even if you want to call it bringing a modern take to it, again, why? Why couldn't you just make a film based off of these 1980s character cartoon series and just give us that without any of your, as Nerdrotic would say, messaging, or as my favorite line from him, and I'll see if I can find a sound quote, representation. We don't need it. We don't want it. Again, to each his or her own. I don't care. But again, if you want these movies and these stories to succeed, stop it. And I'll simply say that, and we'll pick it up. So let me show you guys the trailer here. Let me bring this up, and you'll see what I'm talking about. $20 says I get a copyright strike here, but watch it on Rumble if you don't want to miss this. Here we go. No, it was this one. Here we go.
All that stuff that only exists in legends and bedtime stories. Talking tigers, spaceships, and magic swords that can make a man as mighty as a god. Where I come from, that stuff is real. Why did you send me away?
I wanted you to be safe. So I sent you to a place I knew that they'd never find you. There's
this obsession with nerd stuff and sword things, it's not a good look for human resources.
I know it sounds crazy, but that sword is gonna show me the way home.
Hold on, I gotta pause this for a second because I gotta go there just for a moment. I didn't pick up on that. Not a good look. This nerd stuff is not a good look for human resources. Let's not even go down the road of what you obviously saw in a blink of a second before that, because that's the whole point of this video. Are you shitting me? So you're basically now, this is my exact point. And I'm sure it's the point of other reviewers and people out there doing this type of stuff. Just in your own trailer alone, you are literally disrespecting the entire fan base that you basically should be promoting to go and watch this film. You've just taken a big fat shit on their face, and you want us to now go and watch your film. Please make it make sense.
Sir, you can't do that.
Don't worry, the sword's mine.
Hang on, it's about to get weird.
Another PS. I would encourage you to actually go and watch the trailer on your own because obviously I know this isn't going to be the best quality if you're watching this live stream, etc. The reason I point that out too is we'll go into it just briefly in a moment. I'm pretty sure Grok could create something far more, I mean, just overall better in terms of the CGI because this looks so bad in relation to the cinematography, the CGI. I could do this. And that's saying something because I'm not very talented in this stuff. I could have done a better job. And that's saying something like, holy shit.
What am I supposed to do? Take the sword. You protect them. I have the power!
And there it is. Okay. So a couple of little quick things. Can we also talk about too that last sequence, the cliche, the infamous metaphor that He-Man screams, "I have the power." Did it not sound like he was going through puberty just then when he was screaming out the most famous line in the 1980s as far as cartoon series goes, minus the Transformers? Are you fucking serious right now? Like, again, let's look at this cast for a second. Where was it? I don't even know who. I mean, again, I don't even know who the hell this dude is. But I want to pull him up because the reason, again, a lot of people are obviously giving it some crap is Masters of the Universe, Wikipedia. What is his name? Nicholas Galizine? Is that his name? That's got to be his name. No, that's definitely. Is it that him? That can't be. I'm looking it up on Wikipedia right now. Like, holy crap. No. Number one, you need somebody far more ripped. And I'm going to show you guys here in a second too, or at least the 80s cartoon stuff that was, again, just far superior than what we're being given in this representation as far as a live action movie. You need him to be far buffer. And I can promise you right here and now, just from that trailer alone, mark my words here, January 22nd, 2026, I can promise you this entire movie is going to be based around everybody else except him. And at those last 20 to 30 minutes of the movie is when you're actually going to see him in his costume, fighting the bad guys, saving the day. Mark my words. I will guarantee it. And I will actually put $5 to anybody who wants to hold that bet. $5. Prove me wrong. Let's wait till June 6th? Mark my words, that is the entire film right there. Guaranteed. And one last thing, like I said, I just wanted to show you guys. Let's see. Just the difference is, between what was and what is in relation to today. And it matters because, again, you can see the difference. So this entire, obviously, franchise is based off of the 1980s cartoon, but they obviously did make a live action movie in the 80s that was superior to what we're getting right now. So let me pull that one up here. And I'll share this just so you guys can see the difference. All right, here we go.
At the far end of the universe, there is a planet ruled by a being of utter evil. And there is only one man who dares challenge him. They are locked in a battle to the death. A battle that will take them across the heavens.
Stop him!
A battle that will finally be fought.
I want them hunted down and brought to me!
Across the face.
Police! Nobody move!
of Earth.
I think I'm gonna need some backup.
It's Strickland from Back to the
Can you show
Future.
us the way?
No.
From a distant galaxy,
So awesome.
they have come to Earth. Dolph Lundgren as He-Man, Frank Langella as Skeletor. Only they have the powers to be masters of the universe. Live the adventure.
Does that not look dope as shit? I mean, come on. That came out in the fucking 1980s, people. That's what, 30, 40, 50, almost 50 years ago. And it is superior in every way to a 2-minute trailer of what supposedly we're going to be getting in June. Visually, it looks better. The characters look better. It's dark, it's gritty, it's practical effects. This is why studios, and we're broken records here. Spot of Nerd is what we do, but I know I'm speaking on behalf of millions of other fans. This is why the studios are failing in relation to bringing these fictional stories and characters to life. It's because all you have to do is repeat what we were given in the 80s, 90, whatever it was, whenever the series came out, and just replicate it. I'm just, by the top of my head, I'm thinking about the Transformers movie, Rise of the Beasts. I was so hyped for that because, of course, it brought in the Beast Wars and the Transformers live action realm. And once more, they focused so much on the politics and the agendas, they forgot about Beast fucking Wars. It's just insanity how these studios just, I swear they do it on purpose. I swear on my mother's grave they do it on purpose. And I don't know why. I mean, obviously that's rhetorical. I know exactly why they do it because, let's be honest, they are trying to change culture. But guess what? It's 2026. We are done with that. We're done tiptoeing. We have a real leader in office, aka President Trump. So quite frankly, everything you're giving us right now in 2026, you can take and throw it in the trash because otherwise, go for it. Keep making this shit. We're going to go do something else. It's really that simple. I mean, even again, another thought in my brain was David. That's I forget the studio that made it, but it was one of those animated movies that came out in December 2025. It annihilated the box office in relation to like a Pixar film that I can't even remember that came out. But it just proves when these other companies, these nobodies that you've ever heard of, create movies around a biblical character, David, that's what people want to watch. They don't want to watch this shit. And yeah, it's absolute shit is what it is. Take it with a grain of salt, whatever you want. We will see. June is obviously just around the corner, but let me know your thoughts. If you like what you see, if you love what you heard, give me the likes, the comments, the subscribes, the follows. I would super duper in the pooper appreciate it. But yeah, you know what? We'll talk about it maybe tomorrow probably. Go and watch. There's a new Star Wars series from the Clone Wars. It's Maul, Shadow Lord. If you enjoy the Clone Wars and what is it? The Bad Squad? Fucking wow, brain's not there. There were other spin-off series, Rebels, things like that. This looks dope. And I know it's Star Wars, let's be honest, skeptical, but let's be honest, if it's around Darth Maul, it has to be dark and gritty. And if we'll go over the trailer tomorrow, it looks incredible. It really, really does. But check it out for yourself. I'd probably recommend you do that because this is just fucking dog shit. So anyway, y'all, thanks for watching. Appreciate you listening. We will see you guys tomorrow. Later, y'all.